Hi, it's Linda Ather-Kastner, Program Chair for 4Cs 2016. How many times have you thought, I wish I could practice a pitch I'd like to make to insert audience here, but I never have an audience to do that practicing. For instance, I wish I could practice the pitch I want to make to my dean for more resources, or my department chair for greater attention to the writing program, to members of my community, to parents, to funders. Well, you'll have that opportunity at 4Cs 2016 in the Pitch Practicing Station in the Action Hub. Pitch practicing is just one of many exciting stations that you'll find in the Action Hub at 4Cs 2016. The Pitch Practicing Station will feature colleagues from the field, faculty members whose names you've known, you've read about, you've heard, ready to play the roles of people to whom you might like to make pitches. So, again, department chairs, deans, provosts, members of the community, news reporters, they can play any of those roles. We'll have a full schedule of who will be at the Pitch Practicing Station in the Action Hub for you at 4Cs 2016. In order to model what a more effective and less effective pitch might look like and what the pitch practices might help you with, I've made some practice pitches here in this video to the Dean of Humanities and Fine Arts at UC Santa Barbara, John Majewski. Now I should say, these are not real pitches. I am no longer the director of the writing program at UC Santa Barbara, though John is the actual Dean of Humanities and Fine Arts, the division where the writing program is located at UC Santa Barbara. So I hope that the pitch practicing station can help you get the response that you'll see in the second part of this video with John, but not the first part. Okay, look forward to seeing everyone at 4Cs 2016. Well, John, thanks so much for meeting with me today. I really appreciate it.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
So I have a long list of things that I think are really exciting possibilities for the writing program right here. And I just want to talk to you about why I think they would be so great for us as a program if you could just agree to these things that we've done and really think are important. So first, more full-time faculty. We really want more full-time faculty. It just really would benefit us so much to have more stable faculty and, just a bigger group. That would be great.
Okay.
The second thing we really want is smaller class sizes. Teaching writing for us is it's really a lot of work. And for our faculty, reducing that workload and smaller class sizes would just be great.
Okay.
A third thing that we think is really important is higher salaries. Living in Santa Barbara is so expensive and our faculty just works so hard, so higher salaries, super important. And then the last thing we think would just really benefit the writing program is expanding on our minor and building a writing major. We're super excited about those possibilities.
Okay.
I just think those would be, those would be great things for us. So that's really where we want to go.
I could see why these would be attractive, but do you have any sense of priorities or any budgets or anything prepared that, because all of our departments would be in the same situation as this?
Well, that may be, but the writing program is so important, John. We really teach fundamental things for students. Students come here and we're often the first people they see if they're I think you can understand why the writing programs work. It's so important for the university.
I can see that, but I think we really need to get something a little bit more specific here.
Thanks for meeting with me, John. It's great to see you.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah. So, we've really worked the writing program strategically all year. I'm thinking about our priorities as a department and really trying to situate those within the context of UCSB. We know we're going to get more students coming in next year, both transfer and new admits. And we're thinking a lot about the division and the kinds of things that we've talked about in department chair meetings, trying to get more majors, really trying to support the division in terms of general education enrollments. So I just want to talk with you about a couple of ideas we've had for, sort of expanding the program moving forward and get your take on them and see if you think they're aligned with the division's priorities and what we might want to do. So I've got a list here for you of two really important things and some budget to accompany the list to really think about. So the first thing we want to think about in terms of our growing enrollments is really adding more full-time faculty members. As you know, the writing program only hires full-time faculty. We don't do a lot with adjuncts. For getting, a pretty significant influx
influx of new students, we really want to make sure that they get through writing 1 and writing 2 in a timely fashion so that they can move to those upper division courses and have the kind of preparation they'll need moving forward.
Right.
And then we can plug those folks in for the upper division courses once the students get to upper division standing as well.
Right, and then that I would assume ties in with the major then. At
Absolutely,
that point.
right, exactly.
Okay.
So the second thing that I want to bring to you for us to think about is really building on the strength of the minor, which, as you know, has done a great job in terms of preparing students for
Right.
careers beyond UCSB,
Mhm.
and thinking about a major and the ways in which we might complement lots of the division's existing majors and other majors that students are
Sure.
focusing on here for that writing major. I think that could get us more majors in the division, something I know that's been pretty important for the division. As you can see by the budget, it would cost us, some. We'd have to think about limiting the size of the major, because of course we want to be sure to sustain our general education enrollments as well.
Right. So this looks very promising. As you note, we're down in enrollments in the humanities, which is the national trend over the past decade, and this has real promise of reversing that trend. And what I like is that yes, it adds more resources to the writing programs. With the way you've are proposing this major, students would be taking lots of courses outside the immediate realm of the writing program, which could really increase enrollments in history, in film and media studies, some of these other areas where we have writing assignments. And so I think there's real potential here we can work at. And so what I'll do is talk with my budget analyst, Mary Lum, and see what we can do and try to craft something. We may not be able to do this exactly, but I think we can make real progress here.
Okay, that's great. Well, then I'll wait to hear from you and Mary, and then
Okay.
we can put together some more robust plans as we move forward.
Excellent.